Okay.
Nope.
I am going to declare a quorum, and I'm going to call the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, June 3rd, 2019 to order. Clerk Patrick, please call the roll.
Present are Mayor Keith Hedrick, Councilors Reginald Stanford, Guinevere Depot, Minerva Ortiz, Rashad Carter, Clerk Deborah Patrick, excused our Deputy Mayor Jamal Beckford, Councilor Lisa McCabe, and Finance Director Ron Uhas.
Okay. All please stand, salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recognitions, awards, and memorials. Anyone? Okay. Receipt of citizens' petitions. Do we have anyone who has signed up?
No.
Okay. Having none, we will skip response to citizens' petitions. I need a motion to approve the May 20th, 2019 Mayor and Council meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Additions, deletions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Need a motion for the May 28, 2019 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Additions or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Communications and reports. Where are we? Councilor Stanford.
No communications at this time.
Okay, Councilor Depot.
I attended the memorial ceremony at the sub-base, or the sub-vet memorial down on Thames Street. And it's the second year I've gone. It's a really great experience. Obviously, other people agree because there was a lot of people there. But I would encourage anyone who hasn't gone to attend. It's a really nice thing to do on Memorial Day.
Councilor Ortiz.
I second what she said, what Councilor Gwen said. Yes.
Okay, Councilor Carter.
I have nothing to report, but I think Councilor Stanford does. I don't think he quite
was
knew
there.
what it.
You want to go back? You want to take it back?
Sure, thank you. I actually did attend the Memorial Day service for the military, and being a veteran myself and living in the city, that was my first time attending, and it was really nice to be there. Yeah.
It is. It's a tremendous ceremony. We had standing room only
Yeah.
that day, and it is a tremendous. Every time they do the ceremonies, it is tremendous. And submarine school students were there to do the towing of the flags, of the boats rather, and it's always a good occasion and a somber occasion. So I agree. All right. Also, I would like to. Sorry, Clerk Patrick. Do you have?
I also attended the Memorial Day sub-vets ceremony, and I've been there numerous times over the last 20-something years. So they always do such a nice job.
I do. Okay, and what we're going to do is I'll now bring up the Fire Chief, Chief Tompkins. I want to talk to you about some new developments in Station 2. And this is the informing portion. Normally we would do this during a committee of the whole, but due to the my perceived sense of urgency on this, we're going to talk about it now, and then on the 17th, the meeting of the 17th, I will bring to you a resolution. So Chief, I'll turn this over to you.
So a couple of weeks ago, we had a failure of our sprinkler system at Company 2. We had 2 leaks. We also had a leak last year, so this is a problem that can't just be fix a leak. The building was built in 2002, but unfortunately it was not designed properly, and they put a dry system in, which requires a lot more maintenance. So what happens is they run the system every year to check it, and then water gets trapped in the system and starts to rot the system out. So to remedy the problem we have, we went out to get some quotes. We tried to reach out to 4 companies. One company couldn't come out at all. One company came out, but we cannot get their quote. So we have 2 quotes to fix the leak, but in order to fix the leak, what we're proposing is to pretty much replace a large section of the larger pipe in the apparatus bay. I don't know if you've ever been to Company 2, but I think the mayor's planning a tour, so, but if you ever drive by, the apparatus
The one
bay.
down there?
Yeah,
Down by
Company
the-
Company
Down
2
by
is down by
Pfizer's.
Pfizer's, yes. So, there's really, it's one system, but we're breaking this kind of into 2 sections. Well, there's no leaks in the residential area, I'll call it, the offices, the sleeping quarters and such. But I think we're going to address that down the road because I'm anticipating with these problems. But right now, we have a problem in the apparatus bay. So they will replace approximately 100 feet of 6 and 4-inch pipe, repitch because it's not pitched properly. That's one of the problems. It's flat. It lets the water sit in there. Really should be pitched to run the water out. And replace all the sprinkler heads because in the dry system, they're supposed to be replaced every 10 years. Or test it, and it's just cheaper to replace them, actually. So the quotes came in at approximately a little over $26,000 and about $16,000. So those are the 2 quotes we have. So again, as the mayor said, we're without a sprinkler system now for a few weeks. We do have an alarm system in the station, but the code requires the sprinkler system to be running. So.
So my sense of urgency is that when we're out of code, 2, we have no fire suppression in the firehouse.
Kind of ironic, right?
That it is kind of ironic, I agree with you. So we are moving forward with it. I will bring a resolution on the 17th. We're also since we're at the end of the year, we're looking to see where we have any money, if we have any sweep up money. One, if we have any leftover money that hasn't been totally spent in this account, and then if I have any other funding, I may have to, my source of funding may be out of contingency. So we will find the funding for this. So on the 17th, I will bring to you a resolution that'll have the vendor and the appropriate information and the source of funding for your vote.
So when you said sweep up money, is that sweep up money from his budget from last year?
I'm gonna look at his budget first,
First,
to
yeah,
see if it comes
gotcha.
out, see if it's any in his budget. And then if there are other budgets that are underspent,
Oh, I got you. Yep.
that that the money is not encumbered, then we may go after that. If not, I do have some contingency left over. But because it's gonna be over $10,000, it needs to come to the council. Councilor Depot.
So I'm guessing that because of the time, we're not going to be able to get a 3rd quote is why you prefaced it with the 2 issues, getting quotes from 2 of the vendors.
Well, we reached out to 4
Yeah.
real main local vendors, and like I said, the 3rd person actually has come and looked at the job. We just, after, I don't know how many, the deputies written half a dozen emails, and they haven't come forward with a quote, so I'm not sure,
Yeah.
Right.
what else we can do.
Councilor Depot.
Has the issue been brought up, is the vendor that installed it originally, are they someone that we still work with?
No, I'm not sure who, the building was built in 2002. It was a design build. It was, it's okay, but it's less than ideal. It's not the only issue in the building. It's 17 years old and we have things popping up that, probably shouldn't be. So that's, at the time, Pfizer's, if you remember, was, they moved the big substation. I don't know if you were here back then, but the firehouse was a little bit to the south, and there was a substation there. They wanted that land to open up, their big entryway, and so they helped with it. They did not pay for it, but so it was design built, and it was kind of rushed and a little shoddy in areas. So I think we're paying the piper now.
Question. You said one of them is asking for 16 and the other's 26?
Yes.
That's a really big gap.
It
know.
is.
I went back to the, to make sure that,
They knew what
because the
was-
quotes were, written a little bit different, so I went back to actually the hire person, the hire company, made sure they were bid not, talking about the exact same pipe, and they actually did not list one of the larger 6-inch pipes, and they revised it with the 6-inch pipe in there, but their number is the same, so. Yes.
Councilor Depot.
Will we get to review both quotes when it comes? Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Sure, I can have both quotes so you can look at them.
But it's the same, correct me if I'm wrong, everything in there, just what you said, they quote on what you need, the specified things that's needed, correct?
Yes, they're
Yeah.
going to replace the,
Like everything, so
50
they're quoting on the
approximately
same, I'm saying
50
they're
foot.
quoting on the same work.
Yes.
That's what you're asking to review, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll,
So,
we can get you the quotes so you can look at them.
oh, okay.
And so how long would this repair take?
days, but I'd have to get it scheduled, so that I haven't reached out and asked how soon they could schedule it. The job itself will take a few days because it's in the apparatus bay, so it's a high bay, so they'll have to bring in lifts. Unfortunately, it's also a hard ceiling.
Okay.
The ceiling is sheet rock, so they'll have to, they do know that. One of the quotes, actually the higher quote, did not include the cutting out of the ceiling, the patching back of the ceiling would all be our responsibility.
Okay.
The lower quote had a plan to take out. If you drive by in the front or the back, you'll see a big round circular vent up at the peak. And their plan, I believe, is to remove that and use that as an entryway, because the hatchway is literally 3 foot by 3 foot. I can get through it, but it's not easy.
So if you go into the bay, let's say this is where the doors are, the front doors are. In this back corner, you have the pipe that comes up, and then it comes along the line. It's a 6-inch line that comes along, and then about halfway along, it then makes a turn, a 90-degree turn. That is a 4-inch line that comes across, and then there are the 2-inch pipes. The risers. What are those? The ones that the heads are touched.
Yeah,
They're
the
1 inch or 2?
2-inch branch
Okay,
lines.
so you have 2-inch branches, and you have a total of 40 sprinkler heads. And then up in the overhead, above the hard pipe, the hard ceiling, up in the attic portion, for lack of a better term, you have 40 additional sprinkler heads. So we have a total of 80 sprinkler head. We did revise that quote, right, for all?
The company that gave the lower quote did give me a price to do those 40 heads, but they also, they don't require, those don't have to be changed.
Okay.
Because they're upright, so they drain.
Okay.
The downward hanging
Okay.
sprinklers have to be changed by code, so.
Okay. So those are the ones that have to be changed are the ones that we're gonna change out. Those are 40 individual sprinkler heads that are there. I went and took a tour of the bay. I wanted to get a visual so that I understood what the repair was.
And
This
also,
is the pipe we're gonna replace with galvanized pipe. It currently has a black iron pipe, and so the water sits in it and so it just causes it to rust. So, I'm sorry, Councilor Stanford.
so my next question was, this won't affect emergency services during the time of repair? Or you all have your fire trucks at a different location to get to where you need to go?
No, I don't anticipate we'll be able to move stuff around, and if we have to move out during the day, out of the bay, then we'll do that, and then we'll keep the trucks down there, my anticipation.
Okay.
I haven't, again, just talked logistics with them, but I don't see any reason why we're not gonna be keeping the trucks down there.
Okay, thank you.
It has to be done.
Right.
It's not like it's
Right.
on a list, so it has to
I mean,
be
if we
done.
had to move them, but we should be fine. We should be fine.
Any other discussion? Okay. Anything else on communication reports? All right, committee referrals. Clerk Patrick, you had a couple things you wanted to remind me of.
I did. Last week during the committee of the whole, we did have several new referrals. And in looking at them, I think that some of them should have gone to other groups, or not groups, but committees. We have a city cleanup day going to community development, but I really think it should go to Public Works, because Public Works would be who would
Yep,
be doing the work.
right.
So with your permission, I'm going to make that change.
Okay, council, you okay?
Okay.
Okay, we'll move that then.
Okay, another one was sober home regulations. That also went to community development. And
Right.
while I understand why it sounds like it should be there, I think public safety is a
Okay.
better option. So
Okay.
again, I will make that change with everyone's
All right,
permission.
Let's do that.
Okay, and I believe the other ones were all in appropriate. City Garden, Community Development, the Dog Park, Parks and Rec, and Youth Advisory Committee, Parks and Rec, so.
Okay, so I'm 50-50.
Okay,
Good.
so thank you very much for listening and
for bringing it up.
allowing me to
Perfect.
make those changes.
Okay.
Are there any new? Council?
Not new,
or-
it's just a follow-up
Sure.
on the, where, if we know, or if we could, whoever has, Public Works, we can follow up on the two-day pickup, for the seasonal
That
two-day
is
pickup.
Councilor Stanford, and I am working on that with both the Public Works Director, Tim
Okay,
Ummers,
all right.
and Finance Director, Ron Ufas, to get some,
Yeah, I've been
numbers
asked twice
from
in the
them.
past like 3 weeks about that.
yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll get-
I think because we didn't have a meeting during those last 2 months
Yeah.
leading up before the election. Yes, ma'am.
I also wanted to point out, when we had our last meeting about that, we
Mhm.
did say that once we get past budget, because
Yes.
we couldn't, there was no way to make it
Mhm.
effective anyways,
Mhm.
so I know that they were working,
Mhm.
trying to get the budget done first.
Yes, so he's going to provide me with some information, and while we're on the subject of group committees, I am not going to be here on Friday, so I would like very much to be able to get everything out to you all on Thursday, so I need to know when you would like to meet for your groups. Early is always good, especially if you want staff there. Right now, we have referrals to both Group 1 and Group 2. So you let me know whether is 5:30 a good time for everyone? I don't know what everyone's work schedule is, but 5:30 works for,
me.
okay?
Yes.
The only way I couldn't do it is
If you have a baseball game?
baseball game, yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now,
But I could let you know, I could let you, yeah, I'm good too.
You're
But I
Group
could let you
2.
know by Thursday,
Okay.
certainly.
That'd be great.
Or by
yeah,
when, I can let you know by the end of business tomorrow.
That would be great,
Okay.
because I want to get everything put together and sent out, so that's one less thing on my mind.
Mhm.
Councilor
Thank you.
Is Deputy Mayor Beckford going to be back by the
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he will be returning, I believe, on the 5th.
Oh, okay. Because I think 5:30 is fine for him too.
And
Okay.
I think,
Who took
Councilor
over
McCabe.
community development? Did you?
Counselor Ortiz has
Oh,
community
so-
development.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So that would be Counselor McCabe,
Councilor McCabe has
Ortiz,
finance,
and yourself
Public
for Group
Works.
2.
economic development,
Finance.
public safety,
Also,
community
I'm
development,
with
and
you.
your Parks and Rec.
Lisa and Jamal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So right now, we're going to say 5:30 unless I hear otherwise. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'll-
Thank
I'll
you
talk
all
to
very
tomorrow.
much.
Okay.
Well, and you have a quorum with two.
Mhm.
Right, as long as you have two, you have a
As long as you
quorum.
have two, you have to have over 50%, so
Mhm.
2/3 meets that requirement. Is there any other committee referrals? Okay, moving on to new business. Councilor Stanford.
Resolution 19-6-80. Therefore be resolved that the mayor and city council reappoint the firm of Burcham and Moses PC, 75 Broad Street, Milford, Connecticut, as the city of Groton attorney to be effective upon passage. I so move.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? We talked about this during the committee of the whole. Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor Depot.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-19-6-81, therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council approve revisions to policy number 1004, policies and procedures governing the purchasing practices of Groton utilities. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We talked about this during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor Ortiz.
R-19-6-82.
Next page. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's a long
Three
one.
pages.
Oh, yes.
Long resolution.
Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utility Management to approve purpose change order number 6 from R.H. White Construction Company Incorporated, 41 Central Street in Auburn, Massachusetts, for changes in scope as part of the State of Connecticut Drinking Water State Revolving Fund, project number 2013-0140, in an amount not to exceed $34,419.37, as Mayor Keith Hendrick be authorized to execute change order number 6. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We discussed this at committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Counselor Carter.
R-19-6-83.
No, that's not-
Therefore be resolved that the mayor and council adopt the rules and procedure to govern the city council, city of Groton, Groton, Connecticut. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We discussed this during the committee of the whole. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Counselor Stamp.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution 19-6-84. Therefore be resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve the purchase of one Groundmaster 4000-D T4 Morpher Parks and Recreation Department from Turfs Products, 157 Moody Road, Enfield, Connecticut, for a total price of $65,342.36 to be paid from capital funds. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We talked about this during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Counselor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-19-6-85, therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the reappointment of Barbara Garish, 5 Round Hill Road, Groton, Connecticut, to serve as a member of the Ledge Light Health District Board of Directors, term to expire on November 10th, 2019. I so moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We discussed this during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Counselor Ortiz.
Resolution -19-6-86. And therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council accept a donation from Tim Castleman, Deborah Moorhead, Dennis Stern, Marjorie Adams, Colleen Fabrizio, and Bruce Flax in the amount of $236.00 for bench replacements at Eastern Point Beach. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Counselor Depot.
I would just like to reiterate that we are grateful to all of these citizens, and we had one donation already that we accepted. Because the bench repairs obviously aren't budgeted, we didn't expect them to happen. So it's very kind of them to donate, and I'm sure all the families whose benches were damaged are really grateful that we're able to repair them. So thank you.
And some of these names aren't even city residents.
Right.
So it's just good.
That's all.
So just an update on this. The police are still following leads. We are looking into that portion. We are getting cameras so that we can install the cameras at the Tyler House and at the Gatehouse. We are also refurbishing the benches, and once we get them ready and we have the cameras in place, we will then move benches down, and our goal is to get that done before 15 June, which is the opening day. And I'm hoping right around the same time to have some sort of a ceremony. We're certainly going to invite those people that their benches was destroyed, but this is a moment for closure for the entire community, and so we will do some kind of a commemorative ceremony, maybe a ribbon cutting maybe, I'm not sure exactly what it's gonna be now. It will be on Facebook, it will be on the website, and we'll get the information out so that we can get attendance, so that all people can come together and we can heal
Nice.
from this. So, that's that. Where am I? This is,
Right here.
oh, we have to vote.
One more.
Well,
Oh,
hold on, we
have to
haven't,
vote.
we haven't voted. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. And who is last?
Right
No,
here.
who's 86?
We have 87 left, I believe, don't we?
No, we have
She did
86.
I did
Oh,
86.
we did
Yes.
86. Okay, who's 87?
That'd be me.
Okay, Counselor Carter, my apologies.
R-19-6-87, therefore be resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve a donation of $100 and no cents to Groton Lodge of Elks, number 2163, annual golf tournament. Attention, tournament director, 700 Seneca Road, Groton, Connecticut. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We discussed this at the committee of the whole. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. There is no executive session. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Second, make a motion. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We are adjourned. Thank you.